Well, hello, everyone. Hello, Aries and friends. Welcome to the cottage. Hope you guys are having a good day. Aries, it is your turn for a love reading. And I hope you guys are having a good week thus far. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, this reading may very well be for you. Let me give you a quick rundown of how the reading is going to go. You're ready. Okay, first we'll get an overall vibe check on you and see what you're dealing with in your world. Okay, what's a pressing issue for a lot of you. And then Aries, after that, we'll go straight to romance. Okay, and with that being said, after that, we will go to matters of the heart, like I said. And beyond that, hang on just a second. I had forgotten to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I'm doing that real quick. Okay, so sorry, so sorry. Okay. At any rate, okay. So we will, at the first part of the romance reading will be about an ex, for those of you interested in an ex. And if you're not interested in that, well, hang tight, because we will look at the current person. And then after that, new things coming towards those of you with Aries placement. And at the end, we will conclude the whole thing by doing the zodiac rundown and looking at each individual zodiac sign and how they are coming toward you. Well, hello, Rachel. Good to hear from you all the way in Vegas. All right. Hey, Janisha, how are you doing? Welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday here as we speak anyway. Hey, Paul Meeks. How you doing, Debbie? Good to see you. All right, so here's what we're going to do first, Aries. Like I said, let's start out doing an overall vibe check of what's going on in your world. What's your issue right now? What's your story, Aries? What's your story, Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on with you? Well, thank you, Rachel. I appreciate you being here. It's always good to see people. It's always good to see my peeps. Okay, standing in your power here, huh? Standing in your power. There's 3 court cards here. There's 2 queens and a knight. Interestingly, you know, I've got the Queen of Wands in the upright. That's your energy, I'm going to say. That's a fire sign, typically. Not, you know, always, but, you know, can have those characteristics. But, you know, you've pulled the Knight of Swords in reverse. You've got the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse as well. So what's weird is that I think you're dealing with somebody, but you're not sure if you can trust them or not. You're just not sure if you can trust them or not. You might feel like there's some issues here with stability or addictions, possibly. I'm going to pull a little bit more on this, okay? I'm going to pull a little bit more on this. This may have to do with work, too, with that Queen of Pentacles being in reverse. But there's a situation you may feel like you're being lied to. You may feel like somebody's kind of telling you what you want to hear, maybe breadcrumbing you, stringing you along. Let's get a little bit more on this situation. King of Wands is here. Ace of Wands and the 7 of Cups in reverse. So you are going to make a decision. And you know what? There's a lot of people here. There is a lot of people here. Wow. I've got 4 court cards here. This might be a work dynamic. If not, and it's romance, I do think somebody is going to choose you with this 7 of Cups, or you're going to choose them, whatever. And the Ace of Wands is here. Passionate new beginning. Right. Oh, well, hello, Sacred Goddess. How are you doing? But, you know, that's what I see is that there's a lot of people here and a lot of options, but I think you're going to make a choice. That may be what this is you're just entertaining a lot of options. But, you know, you've got your match, you've got your King of Wands here, and I think that's what ultimately you're going to choose. And I don't think you really have the time of day for anybody else. I think that ultimately the only one you're interested in is that one. And again, as I say many times, don't get caught up in the gender. But it's like a match here with the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, and somebody narrows down their options and makes a choice, and there's a passionate new beginning here. Pregnancy card for those of you that could apply to as well. So heads up there either way, right? Possibly. But a lot of fire here. You're a fire sign. Yeah, you know, that could also, in addition to Aries, it could be Leo or Sag. We also have air, which is, of course, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Literally every zodiac sign. Somebody's making a choice here. And I kind of think it's you because we pulled your energy. So let's do this. Let's delve into romance a little deeper now, okay? And the first part of the romance reading will deal with an ex. And for those of you not interested in that, hang tight. We'll get to more current and new stuff here in a minute, okay? But let's read for the ex that comes to mind. Now, specifically, this is somebody that you are probably not even in contact with. No communication, haven't heard from in a while, okay? Hey, Tina. Hey, Zen1111 Tarot. How are you doing? So, Aries, this one you're out of contact with completely. Haven't heard from him in a while. It's an ex, and it's somebody in your past that comes to mind. And we're going to see how they are feeling toward you, towards this connection. Do they miss you? Do they have emotion, regret? What are they up to these days as it relates to you? What are their thoughts about you, or are they even thinking about you? Well, let's just take a look. Let's see what we can pull for you, Aries, okay? Let's see. How you doing, Tina? Okay, so interesting. Wow, this is kind of interesting. I'm kind of getting a story. Okay, a storyline. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay, so very interesting. And I am right about the storyline. This person is very is trying to make a decision about whether or not to reach out, whether you know it or not. There's a lot of reconciliation energy here. This person has not let this connection go energetically, whether you realize it or whether you don't. The Lovers is in the upright. They still feel very, very connected to you. Okay. They feel very connected to you. And there is a lot of thought of a comeback around with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. In reverse. Yes. So with that being said, this person, you know, the Three of Swords is here in reverse. And I'm going to clarify that a little bit. And I don't like this Page of Cups in reverse. This person does feel like eventually you guys will be together. Knight of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Like an eventual positive outcome will happen here. Okay. And I want to say that this person wants to heal this thing. I want to say that anything going on with a third party is over. And that's why the Three of Swords is here in reverse. But I want to know a little bit more on some of these cards. And I want to know why the Four of Cups is here. I think I know why that's here, but I'm going to pull a little bit more as far as this dynamic before I speak too much on some of these other cards, okay? But this is intense in the mind of this person. They are still very much in love with you and very attracted to you. And they're haunted by this, okay? Which is kind of interesting. Okay, so here's the thing. They feel like that it ended in disaster. They were pretty broken up about this thing, quite honestly. And when it ended with you guys before, okay, that's how they feel. Would they like to have another chance? You damn right they would. Five of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Pentacles in the upright. They feel like that it could be better this time, more balanced. They don't want to make any they don't want to, I'm sorry, I got a hair in my mouth. Y'all know that's gross, but and we're live, but you know, welcome to Live Tarot. Hold on, I can't, okay, I got it. Sorry. No, I didn't. There it is. Well, I'm sorry. I know that's gross, but I can't help it. I couldn't sit here and do a reading with a hair in my mouth. I was too distracted. They don't want to be impulsive, Aries. I think their biggest fear is that you would not be interested in them and that you might not communicate with them or entertain any kind of apology here with this Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. They don't want to be impulsive. They're really thinking this thing through, but I think there's a lot of thought of reaching out. So I'm going to find out if, I know, right, Zen? I'm going to find out if they might actually reach out as an attempt of a reconciliation. You know, if there was a third party, they feel like that third party was kind of like a wrong place, wrong time, looked great on paper, but didn't turn out, right? Okay, I think there's a good possibility they're going to reach out. King of Pentacles, Sun card here. I really do. It's going to be, and I'm going to tell you, the Lover's card is here for another reason other than the things that I've spoken. And that is this, Aries. There is a decision to make. And the Lover's card has to do with you having to make a decision. Sometimes it's about path A and path B, whether or not to go down this road with this person again or not. And sometimes it's literally, if you're involved with somebody, between those two people or whatever, between two different people, could go either way. This person feels like you're their happily ever after, and they feel like they missed the boat with the third party. I think originally they thought that was their happily ever after, but they realized the grass was not greener on the other side, Aries, if that makes sense. Okay. So, I think there's a good chance you'll hear from them. I really do. Yeah, and I said the thing about the decision. So what I'm going to give you the advice of the Lover's card. Take the high road and use your intuition. Your intuition, take it slow. You don't be impulsive either, okay? That's another thing. Take it slow, observe and watch if you're interested. Now, if you're not, you don't have to even go down this path. Nothing says you have to. You have free will to do whatever you want to do. But I would just say just proceed with caution, go slow. The Knight of Pentacles would tell you to do that as well. Don't rush into anything and just observe and use your intuition. Okay, use your intuition. And I'm hoping that you're staying on top of your energy work and your meditation so that you can actually know that voice, right? So we've got earth, air, water, and fire in the minor arcana. In the majors, you have pulled Taurus, Gemini, and Leo. And that's it. So, okay. Now, that's the past person dissected down pretty detailed for you, Aries. Pretty detailed. So let's do this, Aries. Let's now look at those of you currently involved, and we will get to new things in just a minute. Of course, if you have a question for my tarot deck, you can book a reading with me. Super easy. The link to my website is in the description box below this video. And you can book a reading or a mini reading with me. I'm doing both right now. I do change that up from time to time. But you can see everything you need to know as far as any questions you have or anything of that nature. Yes, oh, wow, 111. You sure are right. Absolutely. Okay, 111 on 2/22/2022, right? All right. So with that being said, Aries, let's take a look at the current person. This is somebody you are dealing with. You may be talking to them. You may have actually gone out a time or two, or you may literally be involved with them, Aries. So let's take a look at this person. I'm reading today, by the way, with the classic tarot, okay? All right. Yes, 38 in the chat. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And it's free and easy for you guys to do. So I appreciate y'all, those of you who do that, okay? All right, Aries, let's tell you about this current person. Current person, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank y'all so much for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right. This is strange. All right. So, Aries, this person is interested, intrigued, and sexually attracted to you with this Page of Wands. And they will, kind of make a move on this, okay? I'm not sure that this is a good investment from an energy standpoint on your behalf, though. That's about the only good thing I can say, other than this person is not going to give up. But at the same time, what's interesting, there's a lot going on here. There's a couple of things. This person has a lot of baggage. Okay. I'm just going to call this out. This person has a lot of fears. They have fears of heartbreak, fears of abandonment, and they have really very little optimism about love. Their expectations are very low. And they will manifest that with someone, okay? But at the same time, and I think this person has a lot of fears of abandonment, but on the other hand, they're also very guarded. So, and they can't take a lot, it's like they don't see that they're their own worst enemy by being so guarded, and they push people away, and then they have this fear of abandonment, and then when they get abandoned, it kind of makes the situation worse, makes the wounds even greater. So it's like they're in this cycle right now, and they can't take, they're not really taking responsibility that they're the problem pushing people away. Does this make sense? I don't know if that makes sense or not, but they're not taking responsibility for a lot of their own baggage and their own issues. Knight of Cups is in reverse here. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of their problems, and to hear them tell it, not true, but to hear them tell it, is everybody else's fault. Okay. And the reason they've got abandonment issues is everybody else's fault. Has nothing to do with the fact that they've got walls from here, to Jupiter. Okay. Nothing to do with that. Right. Tina, thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate you. But that's, so this person is very, very guarded. They're afraid to take a leap of faith completely. They're probably not going to go away easy because they have abandonment issues. So it's like they're overly clingy, but they're not going to let you in. So it's like this internal fight inside of this person. Big time blamer alert. It's like this internal fight. And the whole problem could be summed up with this star reversed, Aries. And that is this. There's just not a lot of hope for this. And this person, despite the fact that they don't want to let you really go, they don't have a lot of hope that you're going to stay. And to be honest, what I know about Aries energy, particularly those who have done some work on themselves, I don't really see you wanting to be in a dynamic like this. This person is kind of pitiful, and I think you'll wish them well, but I don't see Aries wasting a whole hell of a lot of time on this. I may be wrong, but that's what I think. I mean, I just kind of feel like the Aries gang got, they're a little bit too busy to really, it's kind of like you can only sympathize so much because this person won't take responsibility for that. They're their own worst enemy, right? And so there's really nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. I mean, until a person admits that they have unhealed wounds, they're not going to heal them, and they're not going to get any better. It's just like an alcoholic or anything else. Until somebody admits they have a problem, they're not going to do anything to change it. So there ain't a damn thing anybody else can do, right? I mean, a person has to pick their own selves up by the bootstraps, and that's what I see with this person. So that's what I'm getting here. I don't know if you want to, I don't think you're going to mess with them too much longer. If I know Aries, just going to say. But, so, and it's like, with the 7 of Wands, what I just heard is, it's like they're like, I'm going to pick fights with you to see if you'll stay. And then when you leave, I'm going to blame you and say, well, it's because you were not loyal and you had no loyalty, and you didn't have what it takes to stick with somebody. What kind of shit is that, right? Okay, they're going to pick fights and be bickering with you. And then on the other hand, when you walk away because they're picking fights, then they're going to blame you for being disloyal. Okay, how does that work? Because it couldn't be their fault, right? Couldn't be their fault. I mean, I'm getting it. Ooh, this is, and I'm going to tell you, this might be a big test. And it does. These people cross your path from time to time, and you learn from it. You learn things about people and behaviors and things to look for the next time around. I mean, that's how it's supposed to go. So, I mean, I wouldn't beat yourself up for the fact that you might have spent a little bit of time talking to this person, may have gone out with them, maybe got involved with them, because it's always about learning and growing, right? But at the same time, I don't know that you're going to, I don't see you sticking around this thing. I don't see this thing having a prayer with the star in the reverse. Somebody's going to give up. And I think it's you. All right. So we've got fire here. We've got water, and a lot of major arcana. Big lesson. I told you it was a learning experience. Fire, of course, Aries, Leo, Sag, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio with the water signs. We've got heavy Scorpio, heavy Aries, and Aquarius, right? So that's what I have on the current person. I know that took a lot of detail, but I mean, there was a lot to unpack in those 6 cards. Right? So yeah, let me get a sip of tea, and then we'll look at new things coming towards you, Aries, okay? All right. Hey, Dan. Hey, Stars. Hey, Patty Cakes and Crystal. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right, new things coming towards those with Aries placements. What new things might cross your path? What new things might cross your path here in the next, I don't know, month or so, right? Let's just see what we can find out. Energetically, what are you slated to bring in? What's going to cross your path? Let's find out. Let's find out, Aries. Team Aries. We'll do the zodiac rundown at each individual zodiac sign at the end, too, as always. All right, let's look at new things coming towards you. Most folks are interested in new stuff anyway, as well as I know it. Well, roadway is opening up. I see two options, two of swords in the reverse. That's roadways opening up. Communication coming in. You got the Hierophant and the Empress. What do you want, Aries? What do you want? Queen of Cups here. The Fool card, Six of Swords. One of them may be at a distance. Somebody may be at a distance, or you may travel with somebody, or maybe they travel for work. I mean, whatever. We've got Six of Swords here. This one's peaceful vibes, though. This one's peaceful vibes with a lot of long-term potential. The Hierophant, the Empress, pregnancy card here with that, and the Queen of Cups in some decks is a pregnancy card, too. There's a lot of emotion here with this. And then you've got the Fool card, somebody taking a leap of faith here. At least two options, if not three. At least two, if not three. But roadways are opening up. So what that tells me, Aries, is that you have had a dry spell romantically. Okay, it happens. And that it's about to be the floodgates opening up on new love. Like the dam is bursting and new love options are flooding into your river, right? Or, you know, whatever. I'm doing a kind of a crappy job of trying to illustrate what's about to happen, but it's like out of nowhere. Okay. So I like this for you a lot. And you've got water and air. Okay. And then you have Aries, Taurus, heavy Taurus, in fact. Okay. So there you go. But something coming in, you know, one of these folks is possible, well, several, but, you know, especially this Hierophant. You may have somebody coming in that is highly spiritual. Okay. Very traditional, but highly spiritual. Okay. But that is a card of commitment, as is the Empress card. Queen of Cups, mutual emotion, right? Mutually in both emotionally invested in a deep and healthy way, right? Okay, so that's what I have for new things coming in. Let's do the zodiac rundown, Aries. Zodiac rundown for the Aries. Let's look at each individual sign. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, I hope you'll join the Cottage Soul fam by doing so. And periodically do check your notification bell. Those do get recalibrated, and that way you can make sure to know when I upload or go live, okay? Leo Moon, how are you doing? How are you doing? Good to see you. All right, let's look at the zodiac rundown. Zodiac rundown. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Some people watch their North Nodes and stelliums. I'll leave that to you. I do find those to be very significant placements in the zodiac charts. I know enough about astrology to be dangerous. I'll be honest with you. But that's what I know. I do know that much, right? All right. So you ready, Aries? If you are dealing with another Aries, this, whether you know it or not, this Aries has not energetically released this. No, they have not. And they are stalking you crazy, watching every move you make. I bet they know what time you go to the bathroom. I bet they know what soap brand you use. I bet they know what lotion brand you use. I bet they know what dishwasher and detergent you use. What time you went to bed last night. What time your lamp went off. They know what is up with you. Yeah. They're like your big brother, right? But yeah, like it is almost obsessive, if I have to give you that. Okay. So yeah. What else can I tell you about this Aries? Normally I don't pull 3 cards, but let's pull from the middle of the deck. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. What? Okay, so this ain't worth building on. For some of you, in spite of this, there's a third party. How does that work? So what they're doing is they're with somebody else, but they're stalking you like low key and don't want anybody to know. Man, what a creeper vibe. All right. If you are dealing with a Taurus, oh, this Taurus wants a reunion or commitment, whatever. They want to date you. They're real excited. They're going to be very attentive towards you. If you are dealing with a Gemini, boy, this Gemini is hot for you. They love them some Aries. Queen of Cups, Two of Cups. They want to make it official. They want a commitment. Yes, they do. Gemini's crazy over you. The Cancer is emotionally unavailable and withdrawing because they just don't have any hope for this thing. The Leo, woo, good God, I thought the Gemini had it bad. I was wrong. Leo's got it worse for you than Gemini does. Leo wants to marry you, and they feel connected. They feel like you are supposed to be their person, and that you guys could have it all. Virgo. Okay, so there's unfinished business here with the Virgo, and if you have a past with them, it's that the unfinished business is with them. If you don't have a past with them, they're hung up on their past. But they're hung up on the past. If you're their past, they're hung up on you. If you're not their past, they're hung up on somebody else. I hope that makes sense. Okay. All right. I know, right? Zen, but that Gemini is crazy over you. All right. So this is Libra. The Libra just really wants to roll in the hay. They're going to reach out, probably sexting kind of thing, but they're not interested in really any kind of romantic connection or anything like that. It's just more like an interest in a roll in the hay, or they just find you kind of intriguing, but they're not really into you for anything other than that. The Scorpio is crazy about you. Crazy, crazy, crazy about you. And you will hear from them. You will hear from them. The Sagittarius is making a choice in another direction. Okay, yep. They're making a choice, but it's in another direction. Okay, they're narrowing down their options. And honestly, there may be addictions here with this Sagittarius. Definitely obsessive with another person. Okay, but you're not going to hear nothing out of that Sag. They're dust in the wind. All right, the Capricorn wants you to make a judgment call. They want you to reach out. They feel like that this can't be trusted, though, but they want you to make a judgment call. Okay, they're getting impatient. The Aquarius finds you very attractive, and they feel like you are their divine counterpart. And they're coming for you. They're coming for you in a big way. You will know when that Aquarius comes around. The Pisces feels like this would be a disaster, and they are waiting on something else. They are kind of biding their time, and they feel like this would be a disaster. Okay. So with that being said, thank you, Aries, so much for tuning in. I'll be uploading Taurus and Gemini in a little bit, but I'll be out of notifications for a few more hours. So I won't have notifications on those, but I'll record those and upload them. And let's see, we'll do I believe I'm doing, yep, I'm looking at my schedule. I'm doing an all signs after a while later this evening too. So I may do a vote for all signs. I don't know. Y'all have to let me know what you think. Tina, thank you again for the super chat. I graciously appreciate everybody who does that. Sacred Goddess, thank you for being here. And Angel, oh, it's good to see you too. Good to see everybody. Love and light, and just have a beautiful rest of your day, okay? And I hope to see some of you here live after a while for the all signs, okay? Many blessings, okay? See you guys soon. Bye, y'all.